The Velocity Manufacturing start zone. Looking for the mining construction green flag, and we are underway here at Southern.
Into turn number one. So far, so good. Little bumping in the back, but we're clean and green through 1 and 2.
It'll be the South Carolina driver, Zack Mitchell, coming around to lead lap number one. Dalton Cook second. Joesph Joiner, Ryan Crane, and Mario Gresham right now inside the top five. Luke Morey and Jimmy Owens right behind them, trying to take a peek to get their way inside the top five for a moment. But it's Zack Mitchell holding down the point on lap number two. Joesph Joiner 1, 2, and 3. Couple of car lengths back to Ryan Crane in fourth. Still Super Mario inside the top five. As they come around to complete another one, Zack Mitchell still out in front. 0.6 of a second to Dalton Cook, and Joesph Joiner right behind him, 6.22 behind.
Josh Putnam just gets by Corey Hedgecock, moves up into the 9th spot after starting 11th, so he's methodically trying to work his way up through the field.
Wasn't quite sure if he was going to get to make the race or not for the 212 of Putnam after he had the problems in the heat race. He was one of the fastest cars in qualifying, but now had to come through the field. Look out, we have a caution in turn number two. Two cars involved, both slaying.
Restart zone, the Velocity Manufacturing restart zone. And the Holtman Farm, or make that the Mining Construction. We got all these sponsors. I got to get in a while. Mining Construction, green flag, brings him back to speed.
And Joesph Joiner gets a good restart. He'll move up to second in front of Dalton Cook here on lap number 10. Cook fighting back down the front straightaway, but Joiner going to have the advantage. Super Mario up to fourth, and here comes Jimmy Owens in the 20 car inside the top five now. Corey Hedgecock and the 2 car, both slaves made a great recovery. Looking to get away around Corey Hedgecock in the 23 car.
Seems like the driver's staying right in that black groove about the middle of the way up the banking. Now, they could clean that off, and they could get something going maybe if they got enough moisture on the high side where they can get a bite. So we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out.
Slow trying to find a way around this C6 car of Oakley Johns. That's allowing Joesph Joiner to close the distance. Oh, Slay slow out of top of turn number 4, able to get off the speedway. We stay green, almost right in front of your leaders, but Joiner now has closed the distance 0.9 of a second, and John slow in the back straightaway. We got a car, we got a tire.
Got a loose wheel on the back
down
straightaway.
The back straightaway. The Velocity Manufacturing start zone. Mining Construction green flag is back out. 20 to go here at Southern. Mitchell back on the gas. Dalton Cook, he'll slide up in front of the 10 car of Joiner. He'll fall back to third. Jimmy Owens now up to fourth. Super Mario falling back just a little bit. Now Joiner fighting back for second.
And Joiner came all the way from Defuniak Springs to make that move going into turn 3.
And the driver who did not benefit from that restart, Mario Gresham, has fallen all the way back to 7th and maybe even more. And Ryan Crane as well falling back to 8th. But it's all Zack Mitchell out in front as Joesph Joiner, Dalton Cook putting on a show right now for second. Cook hanging on to it. And he's had a fast race car. Can he run down Zack Mitchell and get his second win of the season? Looking for the Mining Construction green flag once again. It is back out. We are back underway here at the Southern Raceway. 17 laps to go.
Dalton Cook chose the outside, and he thinks he's got enough momentum. He hasn't cleared Joiner yet as they battle side by side for second into turn 3. Joiner throws it in on the bottom, can't slide up in front of Cook. So Dalton Cook will remain in second. Had a little bit of contact there in turn 3, but Joiner will settle back into that third spot. Still Jimmy Owens running in Putnam moves up to fourth. Jimmy Owens back to fifth. Josh Putnam on the move.
Yeah, Putnam's had a really good race car so far here in this main event, working his way through the field. As Joiner slips up out of turn number 2, that'll allow Putnam to pull to the back bumper to look for third. As Dalton Cook has moved back up to second, trying to run down your race leader, Zack Mitchell. Run that time, 0.2 of a second faster. He pulled within 0.4 of a second. It'll be twin sticks will be out. 2 more trips around this time for Zack Mitchell. Can Dalton Cook find the right line to find a way around the 57, or can Zack Mitchell hang on to pick up the win?
He might find enough to get to his bumper, but that racing groove is very narrow. I don't think he's got enough to get by the 57 unless Zack Mitchell makes a mistake on the final lap. Barrett's Performance, 1 to go.
Parents Performance white flag is out. Zack Mitchell. He's been so close, so many times this season. Working down the back straightaway one final time into turn number 3 and 4. And for the first time in 2025, Zack Mitchell goes to victory lane with the Hunt Front Super Dirt Series.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time this season, Kid Quick, Zack Mitchell. And finally, it has been a long time coming this year. I feel like probably the last 10 or so races, I've come up to you in the pits and been like, is tonight the night? Is tonight the night? I asked you tonight, you said it was, and by God, here we are.
Yeah, it all worked out. You know, we got a little bit of luck in that heat race, but yeah, I'd rather be lucky than good any day. So, but yeah, man, feels good. Just be standing up here, man. We've kind of had a tough last month and a half. It's just been one thing after another, bad luck. I got to thank Aubrey and Dwayne. They bust their tails week in, week out. You know, they deserve this glory just as much as I do. I got to thank my dad, of course. You know, he comes when he can and busts his tail. Brett, you know, he gave me this opportunity about a year and a half ago, and you know, it's completely changed my life. But yeah, man, of course, I got to thank all the sponsors on this thing. Bill Steen, Longhorn, Coleman Farms Racing, NPM. Just, man, everybody on here, SRI, Strange Oval. They just, they mean so much to us. We couldn't do it without them. You know, it just, man, it feels like I can breathe a little bit now, you know. But yeah, we got a little bit of momentum heading into Gaffney. I don't know how exactly tight the points are, but yeah, I'm sure it tightened it up a little bit, but you know, we'll take this win and try to get us 2 more for the season ends.
I was just about to say, you know, tonight's good and all, but the job is not finished. We're going to a place that you're very, very familiar with. You just shrunk that gap. It is a tight points battle now. How good do you think your chances are to get past Jimmy Owens for the championship?
I mean, I think they're good. You know, we've got 1 million laps around Gaffney, but you know, Jimmy's Jimmy, so. Yeah, he's tough to beat. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll just prepare the best we can and try to do all our homework and just try to hit it right. You know, we'll see it. It'll unfold the way it unfolds.
Anyone else you want to thank on the 57 here?
Just man, everybody that's got a part on this thing. You know, we couldn't do it without them. Can't wait to get home, see my wife and my little boy. I miss y'all, love y'all, and but got to thank all the fans for coming out tonight. Got to thank Southern Raceway for putting this on, and Hunt the Front for giving us a good series to race.
Dalton, you put on a show in the heat race there. You know, you looked fast tonight. You and Joesph had some good little battles going on. How are you feeling going into Cherokee?
I feel great. I just first off want to thank good Lord for all the continued just getting me everywhere I need to be and everybody being safe and having fun and good fellowship. Also want to say hi to my wife and little boy at the house. I just be glad when they start going with me more often. Another thing, you know, I want to thank my sponsors, you know, Mr. 3 Trade, David Phillips. You know, this feels real good to run good at his home and all his peoples and represent best we can. And big CRM Motors, Mullinex Racing, New Point Lighting and Design, TMT Utilities. Of course, you know, my business, Rap Tech and Juice Man Speed Shocks, Cook Heating and Air, my dad, Josh, Aid, done a great job. I just want to make sure I got all that out before I put my thoughts on. But now the car was fantastic. I did something a little different on tire, thinking in the long run, and it just kind of threw me a curveball in the initial start, and you know, that was that. And then of course, me and Joesph, we just had a good old classic race like we always do, and you know, he's beat me a ton of times, so you know, it feels good. I get him one time, you know, it'd be all right. But it was great racing, you know, and like I said, I mean, I'm just thrilled for how the night went.
Joesph, obviously, you know, you come to Southern Raceway, you want to win. You know, this is your home ground. Well, Zack got you here tonight. You think you're going to get him at his home track?
That's what his crew got come up and we talked about earlier. You know, we go to Cherokee and got him a couple times. Now he come down here and got us. So it's all part of it. It's all racing. You know, you can't win them all. You never will. So we're happy to be up here on the podium nonetheless. Me and Dalton had a pretty good race going there for a second on the restart, so he's racing pretty tight. On all the room we had, there sure wasn't any room to race. Stinks when, you know, track conditions are where they are. But anyway, congrats to Zack and Dalton both and everybody here. All the fans for coming out tonight. Place was packed. We sure appreciate everybody coming out and hanging out with us tonight and making it where we can do all this kind of stuff on Saturday nights. So hats off to you guys and everybody watching on Hunt the Front TV. Everybody makes this thing possible. The Kubota Genuine Parts on our end there for helping us and getting us up and down the road, and Base Racing Fuel and Trading Paints. all of our great product sponsors that help us and give us what we need to do to have a good and fast race car. And just everybody on Hunt the Front, and everybody watches us, the whole crew here, Tucker, and just everybody that's turning wrenches on this whole rig. And we're getting close. Our stuff ain't too bad. We just got to get a little better, and we'll work on it and try again next time.